Hi everyone, Irene here from Admin Army. Today, continuing on with our Meet the Team interview series, and today we have the lovely Bonnie, who is our payroll manager. Thanks for coming along, Bonnie.
Thanks, Irene. I'm excited to meet with you today.
Yeah, you don't seem that excited, Bonnie, but that's good.
Just a little nervous. I hate videos like this, but I'm sure it'll be good.
It will be. So, Bonnie, do you want to just start off by telling me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Bonnie. I'm the payroll manager for Admin Army. On the weekends, I love spending time with family and friends. I've got 9 nieces and nephews and 3 brothers and sisters alongside their respective partners. So they all keep me very busy. I've also got one Harold, which the Admin Army team are well familiar with.
We have Harold.
Harold is my partner's grandfather, but I support him with his accounts on the weekends as well. Also have a wee blind cat called Fish. We adopted her from the SPCA about 7 years ago. And all of those things keep me well busy. I live in the sunny Bay of Plenty, so in a small town called Te Puke. We're the kiwi fruit capital of New Zealand. I love growing up in this little town. It is great, even though it might not be so popular elsewhere. When I'm not spending time with my family and friends, I love to travel both overseas and in New Zealand, and love getting out into the bush and enjoying all of the things that New Zealand has to offer. Also like gardening and have a very large collection of houseplants at the moment.
Glad they're all alive and thriving.
Mostly.
Bonnie, you mentioned Harold, so I'm going to have to bring it up. Can you please tell everyone the story of when you interviewed with Moana and I and Harold's cameo?
Yes. So Harold made his first appearance in my first interview with Admin Army, and that's why he has become synonymous with me. So at the time, we'd kind of come back from the UK and were staying with Lenny's grandfather, and had my interview, and he just thought he'd pop in and just say hello. He definitely planned it. I think he was a bit lonely. He's a very social butterfly, and it was in the midst of all the lockdowns, so he wasn't getting out and about as he used to.
Yeah. We it definitely sealed the decision that it needed to be kept by Bonnie. So thanks, Harold, for bringing Bonnie into our lives.
Here's Harold.
So Bonnie, how did you end up working for Admin Army?
So I ended up working for Admin Army in May of 2020. So I've been with you guys for just over 2 years now. I came back from living and working in the UK for 2 years, and we arrived 2 days before the first lockdown. So that was pretty interesting. It was at the height of the COVID pandemic, so it was nice to kind of be back in New Zealand. Our working visa was due to expire anyway, so we had plans to come back regardless. So I spent some time working for the UK company for a little bit until I started to, actively job search in New Zealand, and was lucky enough to come across the payroll officer position with you guys. And the rest is history.
Really is, but I don't think I've ever been quite so happy to hire someone, given that I personally had been spending like 2 months deep in the depths of wage subsidy calculations for our payroll clients.
Yeah, I think I was like maybe the second New Zealand hire, and I think it came at the perfect time for you, Irene.
It really did. I was about to have a meltdown. So thank you for saving me from wage subsidy calculations. So what does the payroll team at Admin Army do?
So the payroll team, we have a wide and varied role. We provide managed payroll services for approximately 40 to 50 clients. And this could range from, processing pay for 1 employee in zero payroll to processing 100 to 200 plus employees in data pay. And other systems. So the crux of our service is to provide accurate and reliable and compliant pay processing for our clients. This means, ensuring leave entitlements are accurate, payroll records maintained and fully compliant, as well as handling any kind of obligations you might have with IRD and liaising with them if they've got any questions. Not only are we responsible for pay processing, but we also ensure your accounts are up to date. So that all the payroll balances are aligning to your system and the IRD positions, so that when it comes to year end, all your data is ready to go for your accountants. So yeah, that's in a nutshell.
Just another day at the office, really, right? So can you tell me a little bit about your team and who we've got in that team?
Oh, well, I've got an absolutely awesome team. So I've got 2 members of our team. We also have a Sheo occasionally if he wants to drop in and support us. So I've got Sheetal and Sweater, and they joined about 3 months ago. Sheetal loves chocolate, and her
really
GP...
does.
Yes. And her GP has even gone so far as to say that she needs to stop eating all dairy and sugary foods, but she just can't stop. So her words are, she continues to stuff her face with chocolates every day.
Good and for her. Rules are made to be broken.
Life's too short, right? Yeah. And while she's an amazing, she's incredibly analytical and detail orientated, but she also balances that with her artwork. So on the weekend, you'll find her painting. She's an amazing painter and she commissions some of her pieces, which is really cool. She also loves the colour pink, is infatuated with it, and if she's involved in any kind of presentations internally, they're going to be well pink.
You really are very pink.
And that's our Sheetal. And then we've got Sweater. She's the younger one of our team. She loves shopping and learning and is always looking to engage in online courses outside of work to further her understanding on things. She loves chocolates as well and pastries and loves cooking as well as trying new foods. She also has a big family and loves spending her time with them and watching the latest show on Netflix.
Awesome. And so when a client starts working with Admin Army and they're engaging with our payroll service, what does the process for working with the payroll team look like?
Yeah, so the process is actually quite straightforward. Our clients usually go through a 1 to 2 month onboarding process, depending on their level of requirement. And this is when we find out all the things that we need to know about you and how you like to operate and what your ambitions might be for the payroll space within your business. So we establish the process required for completing your work and we document this into an internal resource which is shared between the members of the payroll team. We then look to make recommendations on how this process could be managed better, if anything, and if any of your processing is non-compliant or leading to risk in the business as well. We then work with you to resolve those risk issues so that ongoing the process is clear, smooth and runs without worry. We also tailor the delivery of our payroll services to your specific needs. So if you're wanting to educate yourself and your staff around your obligations under the necessary acts, then we will work with you to provide that information. Otherwise, if you're just wanting to hand it over and set and forget it, then we will work with you on that as well. So it's really up to you and we tailor it specific to you.
Absolutely. Yeah, everyone's different and wants to interact differently, right?
That's right, yeah.
What would you say to a business owner who's like, oh, running payroll is easy, it takes me 10 minutes, I just press the buttons and whatever my payroll system is?
So I would have lots of thoughts about that. So payroll, a payroll system does not make a payroller. So unfortunately, within the market, we have quite a lot of variation between the different payroll softwares in terms of compliance to all the relevant acts. So I think if you're just solely relying on your payroll system, then you could probably be in for a wee surprise. So it's always best to have somebody, a trusted expert working alongside yourself to make sure that all the things that you're pressing in that system are for the right reasons and that everything is compliant.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more. The things we've seen, Bonnie, the things we've seen.
Oh, the things.
So, Bonnie, tell me, what is it that you enjoy about being part of the Admin Army team?
Oh, mate, there's so much I enjoy about being part of the Admin Army team. I'd have to say it's the culture first ethos that the company holds, which really makes it a magic place to work for. And there's no other way to describe it, really. Admin Army really cares about their staff and the things that are going on in their day-to-day lives. And, we run an outsourced business. So, we outsource work to Fiji and India. And traditionally, those companies can be seen as, kind of using those resources without really caring about who works with them. We aren't like that. We apply the same approach to hiring in Fiji or India as what we do in New Zealand. And if they don't fit the values of the company, then they don't even get through the door. So it's really important to us that we have the right people working for us, and they all share, the same driving force and goals, and that's to provide those excellent quality outcomes for our clients. So, I think the whole team, but me especially, is really and passionate about helping people. And I think Admin Army just creates so many opportunities for us to really make that happen for people. We're not only bettering the lives of the people that work with us, but also those that work alongside us. So that's really cool.
Yeah, awesome. Couldn't have said it better myself. True Admin Army.
Definitely.
So, $1 million question, Bonnie. In my head, everyone's excited to find out this about everyone in the team. I'm just going to continue on that belief. But if you were stranded on a desert island, what 3 items would you take with you?
So I thought long and hard about this, and I decided to go with a tent because I can, take pieces off the tent to make a fishing net of some type. Some matches, so I've got fire, I can cook my food, and an axe and knife, or an axe or a knife, something along those lines, a big sturdy something for protection and all of those little things. If I want to get crafty and make some stuff to make my stay on the island a little bit more comfortable, then those are 3 things I'd bring.
I love how your answers, Bonnie, are so practical.
So pragmatic.
Like everyone else on the team was like, some alcohol, we'll have some drinks.
I am there for survival.
Everyone else is like there to have a good time. You're there to be like Tom Hanks in Castaway.
And fully. Without the crazy, hopefully.
Yeah, it's really actually so interesting thinking about you and your approach to work and how you have answered that question, because it's hilarious actually. Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us today, Bonnie. It's been great getting to know a little bit more about you. And I'm sure, like all of your clients that would get the pleasure of working with you, they, I never hear anything except wonderful feedback about how much of a difference you make to them. So thank you for that. And if anyone else out there is interested in talking payroll, please get in touch, because Bonnie would love to trawl through your payroll with a fine-tooth comb and let you know how to improve your systems and processes in that space.
Yeah, can't wait to meet you. So come and join us.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks, Bonnie. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.